Well, Premier David Eby had harsh words of criticism today for the police response to the ongoing extortion crisis in Surrey, following a meeting of business leaders he organized in Vancouver. For more on this, let's bring in Rob Shaw at the BC Legislature. Rob, this has become one of the biggest political issues on the Premier's plate right now. What is the latest?
Well, April, this is playing out in vote-rich Surrey, which is critical to any party's hold on power amongst an influential Indo-Canadian community that is furious at the slow pace of police and government response to this crisis. So yeah, it has escalated quickly to the top of the pile for the Premier. He even pushed it to the Prime Minister and the RCMP Commissioner in Ottawa last week, getting 20 new specialized officers committed to the issue. Today, the Premier holding a business roundtable, emerging to say he is dissatisfied with the task force headed by the RCMP and the Municipal Surrey Police Department. It comes after several months of shootings, deaths, and extortion believed to be linked to India's Lawrence Bishnoi gang, labeled a terrorist group. The most recent incident over the weekend saw 3 men, 4 nationals, arrested after a shooting outside of a home. The Premier says without public confidence, people are less likely to come forward with tips or for help, and he has organized a new public advisory committee and a meeting of police leaders later this month.
People have been hearing different updates from different police groups at different times saying different things. And that is not a recipe for public confidence in what's happening in the community, and that's the issue that has to be addressed.
On a different issue today, the Premier asked about the BC budget set to land in a couple of weeks. His Finance Minister, Brenda Bailey, last week telling the Vancouver Board of Trade everyone will be unhappy with her when they see the budget as she hacks spending to try and get control of that record $12 billion deficit and skyrocketing debt. Here's the Premier today.
Absolutely, we'll be reducing spending in the next budget. But the reductions will be focused on administrative costs, bureaucracy, while we're preserving frontline services for British Columbians. So British Columbians will actually see increased investment in services like education and healthcare. So, you know, we're trying hard to find that balance.
Both issues giving a lot of oxygen to the opposition. Conservatives, they say an advisory group is not going to help people who are scared in Surrey. Surrey's mayor is in Ottawa today seeking help from the government there. On the budget, the Conservatives asking how the province went from a $6 billion surplus under John Horgan just 4 years ago to a $12 billion deficit, April, in that period of time. Where'd the money go and why haven't things improved? A question we'll be hearing next week when the legislature returns right here.